Going live. Going live. Alright, awesome. Now that we're live, we can get everything situated. Wait for some people to come on in. Once we have people coming on in, we'll start the stream and have some nice music in the background. Make it a very chill, relaxing environment for everybody because that's important. That's important. We gotta make sure that's key. But yeah, we're gonna use this live stream for people to hang out, essentially learn more about keyboards, PCs, the market analysis, you know, the current state of things and where that's going. Because yeah, it's not in the best shape right now, but we can talk about it. That's definitely one of the topics of conversation. AMAs, pretty much anything, and just going about that. But we'll wait for people to roll on in, but we are going to start. Getting this taken apart. Get it started, taken apart, yo. I can make myself look like an idiot, right? I'm allowed to do that. Capture top moments, no thank you. Okay. Oh man, I wish I knew how to say that name. Hello. Hello to you, sir. How are you doing? Hope you are doing well. Observe. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? We're getting keyboard built out today. If you guys have any questions, you just let me know. Because the topic can definitely be it can be a bit overwhelming for sure, and there's a lot of enthusiasts in the market and whatnot. So, yo, hold on, come on, man! I did this before and it worked. So when people watch this again, they could just watch me struggle. Rufus Dog, what's up, my dude? I know it's been a long time, and I just felt like this is the right time. Guru. Yo, we here, Tech Daddy. Thanks, Guru. I appreciate you being here, dude. I really do. Rufus Dog, I appreciate you being here, dude. Seriously, every single time, Rufus Dog is just on it. Honestly, I wish this was a better angle, but it's really not. So you guys get to watch me just mess with this for just a second. All right, bro. What do you want? What do you want? Nope, that's not gonna work. There we go. That's better. Okie dokie. You've entered a tech rabbit hole of custom necks. I have. Here, I thought I was going to be resilient, smart with my money. I still am, but not as smart, okay? So I've entered a rabbit hole of a money pit called building out custom keyboards. Yes, I do. Yes, I do remember. I remember everyone, honestly. And nothing has changed. I think about, you know, coming back all the time to YouTube, and it gets difficult because, you know, there's just so much going on that you almost forget how much was actually going on when you had the channel going up. So I do plan on coming back. It's been a difficult time for a lot of people, so I just wanted to provide a little bit of calm in the midst of this chaos that's happening with the world. Take mind off things, give people something to do, maybe learn something new. Not many people, I feel like not a lot of people know about this keyboard community. And if they do, they start spending their money. I don't know, there's something really cool about having something so unique, tried and true, and personal to you that really makes it a elusive experience, in my opinion. But that's my opinion, so. So how's the wife? How's the kids? Wifey is good. We were originally planning for a wedding in October, but I don't think that's gonna happen now because things, you know how crazy it is right now. So we might just do a small wedding, and then do like a big wedding later on. Not a big wedding, but something a little bit more involved with more people. But I don't know what the heck is gonna happen. It's a party in here. Guru thinks it's a party in here. Everyone let Guru know how much of a party it is right now. Alright, so right now we are lubing up these stabilizers. Actually, these are already pre-lubed pretty well, and I'm pretty impressed with that. But we're just gonna take these apart. Has anyone in here dabbled with the keyboard community at all? Just out of curiosity? I'd be really curious to know. Where are the kids? The kids are not here because they don't exist. Thank God. If they did, I would definitely not be spending my money on keyboards right now. I'm one of the lucky few that still have a job amongst this craziness. Being able to work remotely gives me the availability to do something like this, build a keyboard. What say you? But yeah. What say you? Let's see. I'm not expecting a ton of viewership tonight just because this is so last minute. What's that, Guru? What do you know? What do you know? So if you guys don't mind, I am going to walk you through the process of what happens. Let's see. All right. Right now, okay. I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm gonna do this first or that last. I'm working on sound isolation right now within the keyboard. A lot of keyboards sound really rattly. Stock, that is. Cheaper keyboards, some cheaper keyboards are actually not that bad, but once you start modifying and knowing the difference in sound and know what to look for, it starts sounding really rattly. And I'm pretty sure you guys already saw that video. But right now we're working on sound isolation. What that is I'm going to be putting this stuff called rubber sorbethane inside, inside the case. So this way, that when the sound reverberates off the plastic case, that we get some isolation and absorption within this rubber padding right here. And you can see in the case here, we have a little bit of a profile, but it's not completely flat. We have like this lattice type effect. This helps break up the noise and kind of helps delete that echoey effect or hollow sound that you would get in a lot of keyboards. Didn't even know there was a keyboard community existed until your video the other day. So how did you get into this? How did I get into this? It all started when I was a young lad. I'm trying to remember. I got into this thinking, what was I doing? There was just a lot going on at the time. But yeah, I think what happened was, put this in here. I heard of the mechanical keyboard community before, and I just never really thought about it. I saw some reviews for like Ducky keyboards and whatnot, and I thought to myself, okay, well, I'll go check them out. And I thought Ducky keyboards were really nice. I was like, I like the retro look to some of these boards, and like the colorways or the color palettes, whatever you want to call it, on the keycaps. Like, this is really cool. You can kind of make it your own, because being a tech reviewer, you see a lot of keyboards, you review a lot of keyboards, and it starts to all become the same. So I just kind of got really turned off from keyboards, essentially. And I was just like, I don't find anything special about these anymore. And it's kind of a shame, because the first time I tried a mechanical keyboard, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I was just like, I reviewed so many. I had a lot of experience with so many, and I was like, there's really nothing new. You could put RGB in the keycaps or whatever. It's not going to make me excited about it anymore. So I stumbled onto Ducky's website. I looked at Frozen Llama key sets, and I started looking at other key sets. And I was like, oh, I could just switch out the keycaps, make it look cool. And then I started looking to what makes a keycap a good keycap, and this and that. And then I just found myself on the Reddit community, mechanical keyboards, a lot. And that's when I got into mechanical keyboards, essentially. I know you put lube on the keycaps. Not on the keycaps, Guru. I put lube in the switches. The switches then get placed into the keyboard and you put the keycap on top of the switch. Daniel, what's the build? The build today is, what is this? I think this is the Panda Pro from Varmilo. That's what it's called. So I took out the switches. They're all Cherry MX, and I desoldered the switches. And I'm putting in my own Kailh Berry switches, which are lubed, and with Krytox 205 grade 0. And we're gonna get those plugged into here. And I'm gonna also lube up the stabs a little bit more. They have a little bit of lube on there. That's actually surprising. The stabs sound pretty decent for a stock board, but we're actually gonna get a little bit more on there to just mute the sound just a little bit more. But yeah, it's very elusive. Once you get onto the community and you start looking at all these really cool keycaps, and you're just like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at this. And you're like, wow, that's $200. Why am I paying $200 for a set of plastic? Like, why is that happening? And essentially, you start learning why that's happening because of many reasons, and I'm not going to get into details why unless someone actually really wants to know. But I did a ton of research, and now that I feel somewhat competent in this field, I guess if you want to call that, I can start talking about it and start reviewing stuff like that and providing information and knowledge. So I've been reviewing this subject for a while, and now I'm actually feeling confident enough to tell people things and give recommendations after spending copious amounts of money on this hobby. Don't ask me how much money, because I have no idea how much money. But to anyone who has just joined the stream, we are putting sorbothane inside the board here. Let me know how the mic sounds, if everything sounds okay. And I have some light music in the background to kind of fill up the void if there's any empty pauses, because I'm concentrating too hard on building this keyboard. But yeah, this is going to help mute out the sound. This way we get a nice solid effect on the sound. I love sound. There's a lot of sound theory that goes into keyboards, which is kind of funny because I never thought about it like that. I always thought, you know what, every keyboard sounds rattly and plasticky to me. That's not supposed to be the case. Well, it is usually, but you can change that. So we're gonna put some Kailh berries in here. Josh Tech Gamer, what's up, boy? What's up, man? How you doing, bro? It's been a long time no see. It's nearly 2 p.m. over here in New Zealand, which is the perfect time to chill and watch you build a keyboard. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad I got you at a good time, and I'm glad you can join here for the build. Hopefully be pretty chill and enjoyable for everyone. Let me know what your knowledge is on these on this aspect, because I don't know where everyone is in terms of knowledge on the subject, and I don't want to just be speaking a different language if people don't understand it. Josh, thanks for the tip, man. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. Oh man, I hope you're doing well. I was watching a bit of your live stream the other night when you were doing Fortnite Season 2 Chapter 2, and you seemed to get a bit frustrated there a couple of times, which I don't blame you. I've been trying to get into Warzone on COD, and man, people just get so good so fast, and I just cannot keep up. Alright, I don't know if I should put any sorbothane on here, because this is like a gradient. This goes down lower and lower, and I would have to squish the board kind of if I wanted to. You know what, I might just put a little bit of sound isolation in here. We finna feed this addiction now. That's right, so anyone that has any questions about keyboards, ask me. You'll be surprised at how much of like a wealth of information is out there already, and how much you can learn from this. It's really cool. I learned soldering. I built my own cables. I've done a lot of stuff I never thought I was ever going to touch. And that's why I really like this community, because it's very progressive thinking. Like, just do it. Go ahead, build it yourself, go explore, make it your own. It's really cool. I really like it a lot. All good, I am good. LO, yeah, going to get on. You should jump in sometime, my game. I don't really play Fortnite because I'm trash, but if you're playing COD, I might join up. Although I don't get much time to play COD, even though I'm at home a lot, but I will definitely try. So in the keyboard community, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. So there's like custom deathmatch, like this one right here with the pandas on. This actually came with the keyboard, which is really surprising. I was not expecting this. And it came with like a little panda stuffed animal and some extra keycaps. I was like, wow, this is really nice. But yeah, we're building the Varmilo Pro Panda today. And the reason why we're doing that is I really like, Varmilo's keycaps. They are really nice, and they're actually one of my favorites. The keycaps are solid build quality. They have very little defects. The legends are pretty crisp. The keycaps are mostly straight, and there's very little warping that I've ever noticed. I have 2 Varmilo boards, so I mean, take it with a grain of salt, I guess, but still really, really good quality, especially for a stock keyboard. You don't even have to do anything to a Varmilo keyboard, and it's going to sound really good. All right, so that's the sorbothane right there. This is going to help mute the sound right here. Let's see if you can see that. So this sorbothane here is going to help mute the sound out, and this way we can get a lot more of a solid sounding in here. So if we tap on the bottom of this plastic base, I guess, it's going to sound a lot more hollow than, let's say, this plastic piece. Obviously this is less plastic, but actually this sounds pretty good. So there's a little bit more rigidity to it, a little bit more density, and this way it really helps. All right, so we're gonna put this foam piece in. This actually came with the keyboard itself. This helps mute out the sound as well. I really do enjoy Varmilo's keyboards. They are a gift. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this off to the side. Vade Fact, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Long time no see. This is my first time seeing a custom keyboard built. You're doing a very good job of explaining everything. Awesome. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know and I will do my best to answer them. So right now what we're going to do is, so the stabilizers here. We got stabilizers here. This is for the space bar, and this is for like the shift key, the enter key, so on and so forth. These are meant to stabilize keycaps that are bigger than the normal keycaps. The normal keycap would look like your typical A through Z keycaps. They're the square shaped ones. So whenever a whenever a keycap is too long, you get a lot of wobble, seesaw effect. So stabilizers help with that. So with the stabilizer, they kind of slam down on the keyboard like that. So when that happens, that actually makes it's kind of a hard piece of material and a hard piece of material kind of contact, and that doesn't sound too pleasant, so we're going to change that. I've seen some building keyboard videos lately. Seems very cool and interesting community. Yeah, it definitely is interesting. I think it's very interesting just for the fact that there's just so much customization, so many options. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's really cool because you can make a one-of-a-kind keyboard, and that to me is just something so cool. In a place that gets super saturated with content like YouTube, it's easier to stick out, in my opinion, when you have something that can kind of go against the grain and make your own. So that's why I really, really enjoy it. So right here, we're gonna put this piece of medical tape over where the stabilizers hit the PCB. This way, when the stabilizer is hitting the, the medical tape, it's gonna be a little bit softer. And then we're just gonna put a little bit of lubricant on top of that as well. Actually, I won't do that just yet. I'm gonna get the Band-Aid or the medical tape on all of the stabilizer parts. Alright. Gio, what's up, my dude? I hope you're doing well over there, man. It's been a long time. I'm partially alive. Yo, Vadefact, why are you partially alive, bro? You have to be fully alive. Unless you're saving up money to buy that VR headset from Valve. Daniel, have you built any fully custom keyboards? I have, actually. I post on Reddit on the occasion, as well as my Instagram of my personal keyboards. Am I doing this upside down? I am. So, let me put that down there. Put that down there. I'll show you guys one of my custom boards. I made a video on this guy the other day. This is like $500 everything, which is a lot of freaking money. You don't need to spend that much money, but this is an example of a custom keyboard. These keycaps are not being made to my knowledge right now, so a lot of keycaps are a one-time thing only. Sometimes they get resold, but there's like this giant rubber piece underneath, so it's super silent, and it's also tactile, like more tactile than Cherry MX Blue switches, in my opinion, and they're much quieter. But yeah, this is one of the custom keyboards. I have 2 fully custom keyboards. I used to have 3 and then one broke. Hold up, Brock lives on. Brock does live on. Brock is back, baby. Brock is back. Alright, I might have to move these in a little bit closer. Let me make sure you guys can see everything just okay. I want to make sure that I'm sorry the setup isn't like super professional right now. It's all kind of just run of the mill. Like, I don't know, I just set this up pretty much on the fly. Let's see. Have you? Yep. My man, Tech Daddy. Yo, Sarah, what's up, Sarah? Oh, everyone's coming in. I'm so happy. That's so great. Super clean keyboard. Yeah, that keyboard is my baby. That was my birthday present to myself. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I saved up for a while and I was like, I'm gonna get this. So I did. I watch all of JD's videos. Yeah, Geo and Rufus Dog are very loyal to my channel, even when I take long breaks, and I am so thankful for them. Even after months of going on a hiatus, just to, you know, take a break, take a breather, spend time with the family, all that sort of stuff. They are still here. Well, all you guys are, so I mean, hey, so you're all wonderful. You really are. I think I'm okay. So what I'm going to do is just make sure I'm lining this up just right. So this is a good way just to double check your stabilizers are being put in the right place. Yep. Okay. So this is going here. This PCB is actually really nice. Yeah, like LEDs you can solder in over here. And you have multiple layout options. It could be a little scary, but it's not too bad. Who hasn't? Tell everyone to like and subscribe. Thank you, Guru. Guru is my PR marketing guy. No, I'm just kidding. Guru is a good friend of mine. And everyone tell him to get back home. Okay? We got you, Brew. We got you. Yeah, I am always appreciative of that support. Always appreciative. Alright, so once we get all this medical tape down, we're going to then lubricate this. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so essentially that's what's happening right now. You can see right there. You can see the band-aid or the medical tape through the plate. That's good. So that's where the stabilizer can be hitting. And so we are going to do this. Take a little dabble of lubricant, not much, not a lot, just enough. This is just gonna help mute the sound a little bit, just so that we can make a nice sound. Actually, you know what, this might not be enough. I might want more. I might want a little bit more. There we go. Got a little bit more on that one. Got a good dab on that one. This lubricant's kind of expensive. It's like 40 bucks for a tube of it. But very worth it. I learned about lubricants. I never thought in my life I'd be looking up on Google what makes a good lubricant. Like different types of resiliencies, as well as how long it lasts in different environments. Because you can buy cheap lube that's still good lube, acts well, but it either evaporates, or I don't know if it evaporates, but it loses its consistency rather fast, or solidifies or whatever, and just doesn't hold its properties for very long. So that's why you end up paying more for higher end lubricants. See, I would have never learned any of this if I didn't join this community. Super Johnny, good morning from India. What's up, man? Good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're having a fine day over there in India. Hope everyone's staying safe, because the world's a little crazy right now. Being a little crazy right now. Oh my god, throwback to the 2000s. Please don't copyright me, YouTube. It was my own personal remix. I promise. Alright, I'm gonna lube this one up too. See, now that is good. So medical tape is one layer of dampening, and then adding the lubricant on top is also going to mute it a little bit more. It's almost like this hobby is a freaking art, but I don't consider myself artistic at all. Just went back to watch your last video. I will never be able to look at a standard mechanical keyboard the same way again. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin you. I'm sorry. If I did, I'm sorry. But that's honestly what happened to me whenever I built my first one. I was like, there's no way I can just go back to a normal keyboard. I mean, you can, but you'd have to modify it yourself. Yo, Mr. Fock Wolf, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well, dude. Glad to see you here. Hope you're staying safe. Very happy to see you guys. I look at my keyboard and feel sad. Well, there's probably ways to take apart your keyboard and just do some basic mods. Do a couple of searches on the internet. I would and maybe will do a video on that, but I'm not too sure. Just considering what kind of time I have on my hands. Everything's just been really crazy, so just kind of learning the ways. Alright, so this is done. We're going to put that to the side there. And we're going to get this out. We're going to get the stabilizers out. And now we're gonna lube up all the stabs. Okay, so this is done. Medical tape is no longer needed. And what we're gonna do is, wait a minute, do I have to clip these? So another thing is, wow, they actually have dielectric grease in here. That's nice. That's nice. I don't know. I don't know if these should be clipped or not, because these aren't like the standard looking stabilizer mounts. Okay. Well, you know what? I might just do it for the lulz. I might not. I don't know. Yeah, I will. Did I leave up my tool over here? Where did I leave my tool? Where my tool at? Ooh. AMD or Intel for processor. Depends on what it is. Right now, AMD is pretty much crushing in every sector, and for a very competitive price. So most of the time, I'm going to recommend AMD. Depending on the application, there might be a use case scenario where Intel is going to provide a better value or better purpose for you. But for right now, I'm going to say AMD for sure. Joseph. Hey from Australia. Ah, thanks for the tip, man. I appreciate that. How you doing over there in Australia? I hope people are obeying the social distancing. I feel like people just don't want to listen. They'd be like, huh? You intervening with my plans? No, sir. No, sir. How dare you? Okay, so we're going to just clip these out. Cleanly, in your opinion. Yeah, my opinion. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to stick with AMD for right now, just because of the amazing price point that you get from AMD. It's very good. There's multiple motherboard options that are also widely available, and I don't know, Intel is, don't get me wrong, the 9700K, 9900K are great processors, still expensive, great for gaming. You know, it's a limited use case. It's really preferential at that point if you want that. Is Australia still on fire? Actually, they put out the fire, or I believe most of the fire is gone at this point, which is great news to hear. It really was a hard burden on everyone over there from what I read. Thanks for the awesome input. You are welcome. Yeah, I always welcome people to questions. You know, usually it's not an easy answer, like which is better. I'm like, well, this and that, and depends on this. And I'm just like, well, I mean, AMD's almost got every sector covered right now. So right now I'm clipping off the feet on these little guys, just because that's one more piece of plastic that's hitting a hard surface, and it's just those little things that can make a difference when combined together. Okay, that one's done. And this is the last one? Yeah, I think this is the last one. And that's the last one. Word. Okay. So looks like they already got lube in here, which is great. We're going to put a little bit more. I had the FX8310, and it works fine. I picked it up for $20 used. Yeah, that's awesome. A lot of those older processors can be found for so cheap right now, which is an amazing thing. I personally would, you can use them for like Plex servers and stuff like that. Really easy, cheap alternatives for Plex servers in case you can't find a cheap enough Xenon or something like that. Just because you just need cores and doesn't require any strenuous like CPU loads or anything like that. So I can't wait to build my new keyboard. Kyra Howard, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Are you new to the community, or are you pretty seasoned and whatnot? Just out of curiosity, just trying to gauge what people's knowledge are on the subject. And I would be very excited as well for building your keyboard. I love building keyboards. I just find excuses to do it. I'm like, well, you know, I did buy these keycaps, so you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and buy everything else and just do that. How's that sound? How does that sound? Oh my God, I forgot about this one. Get out. Get out. Get out now. There you go. Okay, we just gotta lube the inside of these. The reason why we're lubing the inside of these stabilizers is 1, smoother, 2, reduces noise, 3, creates a very thin barrier and makes it wobble just a little bit less, which is really cool. Alright, I'm just gonna clip this guy real quick. Clip 1 and 2. There we go. I'm surprised Intel hasn't dropped the prices on their 8th. I know. I'm like, Intel, what are you competing with? I mean, I understand if they honestly can't drop the price just because of whatever their supply chain is demanding, and maybe they would just be losing money on it. But I mean, they haven't really done anything new except for those 10 series CPUs, which were just a continuation. They weren't really anything new. They hadn't. I mean, their previous generation was honestly more of an improvement over the 8th generation than the 10th generation was over the 9th. But yeah, they haven't lowered their prices, which kind of makes me mad, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see what happens later this year. I ordered a thermal keyboard from Rama. Oh, man. From Rama? How much did that cost you? I can't remember how much the thermal was. Is that the 10 keyless? I think that's the 10 keyless if I remember off the top of my head. For those of you who don't know, 10 keyless board is just a keyboard without the numpad. It's got everything else except for the numpad. One of my favorite layouts, actually. That's another cool thing. Lots of keyboards, lots of different types of layouts, whatever suits you most ergonomically and functionally. It's just really cool. I can just get all these sorts of customizable options. I'm not seasoned. Got interested in building custom keyboard last year following the mechanical keyboard group at Reddit. Yeah, it could be a slow build process for sure. I took my time, just sat back for a while and just observed and just kind of made up my mind. But you are definitely going to go down a rabbit hole if you enjoy doing it. I know I did. Yeah, 10th gen is just another refresh. Yeah, exactly. And the refresh isn't really warranted in my opinion, just because, I don't know. They did a 10-core processor, right? I think they did. I can't even remember because I didn't even follow the launch. I was like, okay. It is what it is, though. It was $380. Yeah, it was $380. That's not bad for that kit, honestly. For those of you who don't know, a lot of custom keyboard cases, which are manufactured in very small quantities and for a very limited run, get very expensive very quick and can easily cost around $600 to $1,000. So $380 is around the norm. I'm totally jealous of you because that is a really nice kit from what I hear and from the pictures as well. So I hope you really enjoy it. What kind of switches are you going to put in there? Josh Tech Gamer, glad to see you back, man. Building keyboard is all new to me, but I'm loving it. Yeah, it's kind of my therapy, honestly. I'll just come home and like, you know what? I'm building my keyboard today. I'll lube the switches tonight, and then I'll do something else for the keyboard, and it's just very therapeutic to me. It's very chill. I actually really enjoy it. There's a lot of steps to it to make it really good, but if you like doing it, you won't mind the time that passes by because you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to some chill music, maybe put on a live stream, just put my headphones on and just enjoy the night. Honestly, it's really cool. Yikes, that's a hefty price. Hope it goes for a long way. Yeah, it is a hefty price for sure. Definitely a high price. But you'll start seeing that number a lot more frequently, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, $300, that's not too bad. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm about to spend $380. Which I would totally do for that board anyway, so I mean, hey. It's not that bad. What was I going to say? Heard the i9 is going to be 10 core and i7 is going to be 8 core. I wonder if that's going to be hyper threaded because, oh man, sure, they can get away with the non-hyper threaded CPUs now, but like what AMD has done, and if they release non-hyper threaded variants, it's just going to be like, really, unless it's on the budget end, I can understand, but on the higher end CPUs, like they got it. If they want to compete now, I'm really excited for the 4000 series from AMD, especially in those laptops. They're nearly as good as the 3000 series desktop CPUs. That is impressive coming out of a laptop. Like your last video. Thanks, man. Yeah, the last video, I was just like, I'm not going to talk for this one. I'm just going to say it as it is and just be straight up, but not say anything. Just put it on text. I plan to use it for years. It's a perfect color scheme to match my Ghost S1. Ooh, got the Ghost S1. Those are the switches, if I remember, the Ghost switches. The Ghost S1 switches, I believe. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm happy for you. That thing will definitely last a long time. Bought some Zelios V2 67 grams. Yes, love the Zelios. Definitely very clickety. Well, it's not clicky, it's clackety. Just have a nice sound to them. I highly recommend lubing them, or at least just the springs, because the springs are pretty loud. Already lubed them. Oh, well, look at that. Yep, you already lubed them. That's good. That's awesome. I am happy for that. Can't wait to see that. Vibes. Today we're going to build a keyboard. Looks at the bottom of the screen, sees the keyboard already built. Oh, that's a different one. That's my custom build. That one was built a while ago. This one's a new one. Hey, you're still alive. What up, man? Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm gonna be live for a little while. This thing takes a long time to build. That's why I was like, let's just hang out, have some good time. I was missing your content, man. So cool. You're driving in the mech game. Yeah, for sure. I am definitely driving in the mech game right now. I really love it. Glad to see you here. Thanks for being here on top of me, just not for a while. It took me 10 hours to lube my switches, but I will definitely do it again if I get new switches. Absolutely. I recommend lubing them every single time. It takes a long time, but it's like once you lube them, you really can't go back because just the sheer amount of difference it makes is ridiculous. The last hooray for the AM4 socket. Yeah, the 4000 series is going to be ridiculous. AMD making leaps in CPUs, hoping they can do something in the GPU area to give NVIDIA some competition. Me too. The 5700 XT was definitely in the right direction. A little hot, some bad drivers. Hopefully they can work out those kinks, but I think they're on the right direction because they definitely stepped up their game from the previous generation, which was the Radeon 7, which was a little too late to the game and too expensive. And then, oh god, it's already Vega 56 and 64. Those weren't they were good cards, but like the price was too high just because of the memory and all this other stuff. It just wasn't gonna work out. RDNA 2 looks promising. It definitely does, and I'm excited for RDNA 2. I really want to see AMD give NVIDIA something to compete about. And I like NVIDIA's cards. I really do. It's just the ray tracing stuff is a little early, but someone's got to pioneer it. That's my overall opinion on that sector, but, it is what it is. I don't think you get the joke. You're building a keyboard, but you already have one built. Yeah, I like my keyboards, okay? Don't judge me. Glad you're back. I'm glad I'm here too. I'm glad as crazy as this quarantining thing is, I got to make some good out of it, so I'm going to do this. I've seen building scale models for many years, so building keyboards is right up my alley. Yeah, scale models are awesome, as well as doing the trains and everything. I do have a train set I've always wanted to build, but I've never done it. But yeah, this is definitely in that direction, and I am definitely looking forward to doing this more often, showing people this, because I'm just like, it's a fun hobby, I think. And to anyone who doesn't know what I'm doing right now, I am lubing up the stabilizers, the actual metal piece of the stabilizer itself. This is dielectric grease. It's very viscous. It's very thick. Some people don't recommend it because it makes it a little bit sluggish. Me, I personally don't mind the sluggish feel. It's not too sluggish in my opinion. And the benefit you have over getting like a really nice sound and feeling to the stabilizers is worth it in my opinion. But I can definitely see why people think it's a little sluggish to be putting this thick of grease on the metal stabilizer. Let's see. I'm not criticizing though. Yeah, no, I know. I think it's just funny. People are always like, "Did you buy another keyboard?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." Well, plus I'm learning the hobby. I want to learn the hobby so I can profess it to others, I guess. That would be the main goal. Be like, "Hey, what's your opinion on this?" Well, I'm glad you asked because I do have an opinion on it because XYZ. If I didn't, then I don't think I would be ready to make content on it. For sure. So I invested a lot of money, unfortunately, but not terribly unfortunate because I don't actually regret any of the purchases. It's just a lot of money, that's all. So this is actually $146 for this keyboard. Just because of the switches I got on it, because the stock switches were out of stock and every other switch cost a little bit more money to put on. I was like, whatever. So this is $146, this Varmilo Pro Panda keyboard. And it comes with extra keycaps, really good keycaps in my opinion, Excellent build quality. The case is plastic, but I don't mind a plastic case just because of the sound signature you get. It's a bit softer than metal, obviously, and so the sound signature is a more, excuse me, what's the word? It's a more dampened sound, I guess. Sorry, can't find the word right off the top of my head. Ooh, that is thick. Don't want to make it that thick. Don't make it that thick. Might have to use the paintbrush on this one. That lube will last you for years unless you do this every day, 24/7 a day. Yeah, I know. I actually do beat up my keyboards a lot just to break in the switches, the keycaps, everything, just to make sure everything is right where I want it. So I'll use the keyboard for a while and then I'll put it on layaway and then switch it out for my use case scenario, because I use a different keyboard at work. It's a different layout. I use a different keyboard depending if I'm gaming or if I'm doing video editing. It's excessive, definitely, but I like it. So I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. All right, let's put this in here. No music is playing, my dude. Why is no music playing? Oh, yes, video pause. There we go. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know, Rufus Dog. I appreciate that. All right, all the stabs are complete. There we go. My hands are, or my fingertips are slippery. So that's great. All right, now that we got this in here. Okay. Okay, and now we're gonna put the stabilizers back into this. All right, so let's get this in. Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember how I put this in. Yeah, that's how I did it. That's how I definitely. Nope. That's a freaking lie. I didn't do it like that. Let's see. Here we go. That's the space bar right there. Let's go left shift right here. Okay, that's in. Let's go right shift. Let's go enter key. I do really like the layout of this keyboard in particular. It's a 65% keyboard, or 60, I can't remember, I think it's 60. But it's not as crammed as a normal 60% keyboard is. Come on. There we go. 60% keyboards are usually pretty crammed, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of 60% to begin with, but this one has like separated arrow keys and not home and end, but insert, delete, page up, page down. I wish I had home and end. Those are some of my favorite buttons sometimes. Come on. Don't do this to me. How often do you lube your keyboards? Every time I build a keyboard, I'm definitely lubing them. And surprisingly enough, I went back and went over all my old keyboards and lubed them. I didn't lube all the switches individually. I did like a speed method of lubing them. I didn't really like, I didn't go individually open up the switch and lube each part because they're all soldered and I didn't feel like desoldering the board because that's a real pain in the butt. I thought the no music was by design. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. There's a little bit of music in the background because it will get silent at some points because I'm gonna really concentrate at only some points, of course. There we go. So, that's our PCB. That looks good. And there we go. PCB's in. Now let's get the switches. Let's get those switches. Artifacts, what's up? Wolf, what's up, man? How you guys doing? Let's see. Now we're gonna pull out our switches here. These are Kailh berries. They're very heavy. They are 70 grams at actuation. They bottom out at 90. They're pretty smooth stock, but not super smooth. Here, I'll give you guys a little sound test. Okay. So, all right. Actually, no, these are all decent switches. Where's a bad switch? Where the bad switches at? All right. I'll just pull out the unlubed. So to give you guys a little bit, unable to connect to chat. Why? Why? You guys still there? Let me know if you guys are still there, because it says unable to connect to chat. All right. So this is what an unlubed. This is unlubed right here. This is lubed. This one is lubed. So much higher difference. Much higher difference in my opinion. And definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Hold on, it says I'm unable to connect to chat. Let me just make sure that I can get in. I don't know why I can't connect to chat. You guys let me know. Still live. Alright, we're still here. Okay, I don't know why, but my live stream was just unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Alright, well, I'm just going to be my own viewer then. Jeez. Alright, so now we're going to start putting in the switches here. Like so, and then we're going to get these all soldered in, of course. But I had to desolder this entire board. I did that last night, so that was real fun. Desoldering the entire board. Not really, that was not fun. Let's see, there we go. And the more the merrier. Let's see. Good, man. It's Adam, by the way. Is this how you're dealing with quarantine? This is how I'm dealing with quarantine. Just building some keyboards in the spare time. I really do enjoy the hobby, so I'm like, yeah, let's freaking do this. I'm pumped for it. Like, now I have all the time in the world to build keyboards. Although they're pretty expensive. So yeah, there's that. This is like the cheapest keyboard I could build custom. Well, it wasn't the cheapest, but it was one of the cheaper options. The case is plastic, so on and so forth. Still came out to $200. Like, it was like $187 after shipping and everything. But you know, it can get up there. It's expensive. It's like $200. It's a tiny keyboard. People will be like, "What the heck? What are you talking about? It's $200." Just wondering, why would you go soldering over hot swap? Like, what are the benefits of soldering the switches? So, in my opinion, I believe soldering the switches gives you just a little bit more stability in the switch. In my opinion, they're never going to fall out, of course, and they are just locked in place essentially. That's the benefit. If you ever want to take out a switch, it's just going to suck. You know, you're going to have to desolder it, which is not fun in my opinion, unless you have a desolder gun, which is pretty expensive. They're like $250 for a good one, and or entry level, I think, and it's a lot of money. So desoldering is kind of a pain in the butt, but it's permanent and it's very stable. Hot swap switches, you can just, or hot swap PCB, you can change it out whenever you want. So that's. But they're still pretty sturdy inside of a hot swap, of course. So don't let me discourage you from getting a hot swap. Sometimes I just like the feeling of knowing that they're soldered in, I guess, if that makes sense. If you're into this, you might like building a drone from scratch. You can build a drone from scratch? Yeah, that would be awesome to learn as well. I'd love to build a drone from scratch. I'd love to have a drone in general. I really want a drone, especially when I go hiking and stuff like that, and you're just on the mountains, and you're just like, whoop, you're gonna pop up the drone, get these awesome aerial 4K stabilized gimbal shots in the air. How awesome is that? I think it's pretty awesome. You can get one of those cheap suction things for soldering. No? Yes, you can. And I do. I have a solder pump. I think it was like 20 bucks. It's fine. It's fine. I'm a little back and forth on it. It's a cheap solution, but after using it twice, I would definitely move to a soldering gun. I would just have to save up the money for it just because it's a lot. But you have to constantly clean it out, and you also have to make sure the tip isn't getting melted, so that this way you can create a nice surface for the suction pump to suck against. Otherwise, you're not going to have clean solder joints after you're trying to suck out the pump or suck out the solder. What mouse is that? That is the Corsair Iron Claw. I really like that mouse. The battery life is a little short, but it's been mostly consistent with me, and I've had it for 6 months now, so I really liked it. And it's pretty accurate. I use it a lot of the time for gaming and whatnot, and I don't notice any sort of miscalculations, which is pretty nice. I want to get into building keyboards, but I don't have the money. Yeah, the money part's the hardest part. What I would recommend is that you buy a hot swap keyboard, maybe around, you can find hot swap keyboards around $40 to $60, and then go find some cheap switches like Gatoron Blacks. I think you can get a bag of 90 for like $34, and then buy a small bottle of lube for 20 bucks. You're looking at $70, and a little bit of dielectric grease and a paintbrush, that's maybe another $15. You're looking at about $95 investment, and then maybe put on your own custom keycaps. There's a lot of good keycaps on Amazon that are pretty cheap. When I say good, they're good for the value. The YDMK, I believe that company is called, and they range from $20 to $35. So you're looking at a $115 keyboard that you can mostly take apart. What you got to pay attention though with hot swap keyboards is that there's two different types of switches. So there's, well, not types of switches, but like the style of mounting. Can you focus, please, camera? Thank you. No, focus. There we go. So right here, there's only 2 pins. I know it's not in focus because being a butt, but there's only 2 pins right here. So this is plate mount. If there's like these little plastic if there's plastic stems on the side, which I'll show you guys. Plastic stems look like this. If you can just focus, camera. Come on. There you go. Two stems, 2 metal stems, and then 2 plastic stems on the side. This has 5 pins. So just make sure it's either a 3-pin or a 5-pin when you're doing hot swap and the type of switches you're buying. I made that mistake. If in case you only have a hot swap that supports the no plastic stems, then you just clip it off with a pair of wire snippers like these, and then you should be good to go. Open the switches up with a small flathead screwdriver, and you should be good to go. BRB. All right, Rufus Dog. I have the Cooler Master MM71. I don't know that one off the top of my head. I haven't been keeping up in that keyboard market lately, that from a lot of the name brands, unfortunately. Do you build your own wires, cables? Yes, I do. I do build my own cables. Thanks for asking, Guru. I'll show you guys one of the cables I made. this is what really got me into the passion, actually, right here. This cable. I saw one of these and I was like, I have to have it, but they're all sold out everywhere, so I ended up making it. If you guys look close enough, if you can focus, camera, that would be great. There you go. You can see there's a hint of pink in there. It's a very cool neon effect, in my opinion. And the cable just looks freaking awesome, in my opinion. Yeah, but I made this, and I really, really was proud of it. So sometimes when the cable isn't available, I made it myself. But you gotta solder and all of that, and it's kind of a tedious process. But again, very therapeutic. I don't want to lube my switches. It's a mouse. Nice long cable. Thank you, sir. You don't want to lube your switches? Well, you can do a quick way of lubing the switches. There is this. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. It's called Super Lube, and you take the little. It's called Super Lube. And you take the nozzle off, and you just press in the switch. You squeeze it in the sides, and you kind of just press the key down a little bit, or the switch down a little bit, and you work it around because it's very viscous, very watery, and that should do a good enough job to lube the switch pretty quickly. In case anybody's wondering. So I almost have all these plugged in. Thank God. Come on. Did I go all the way through? No, didn't go all the way through. Thank you, keyboard. Get a switch puller. Pull this out. All right. So I've flattened this guy. There's a little metal pin. Probably might be blocked with a little bit of solder left on there. Who knows? Alright. Oh, the Cooler Master MM711 is a mouse. Oh, got it. Sorry, I had no idea. My knowledge on the mouses is a little lacking. I know some decent mouses, but not enough to really know what I'm talking about. I need to get a better mouse. Yes, you do, Guru. Rufus Dog, glad to see you back. Yeah, getting a good mouse is amazing in my opinion. Sticking with those cheap mouses. Some of them are actually pretty decent, like the cheap $20 mouses, but honestly, getting a decent wireless mouse, just cutting the cable is pretty nice. Although you gotta charge it sometimes, so the cable's not officially cut. But I mean, if you're gonna have cables on there, might as well be nice cables, like the one I just showed you guys. That's always a benefit of the doubt if you need to keep a cable on the desk. And Band-Aid mod, yes, I got the Band-Aid mod on here. Some people don't do it, and that's fine. I think it might be not a big enough effect for them. I forget what the reason why some people don't do it, but I like doing it personally. I just like having as much damping power as possible. After having a lot of experience with Cherry MX Blues, I was like, I need as much quietness as possible. These are linears, but these are relatively quiet because I lube them. And if anyone doesn't know what linears mean, it means that there's no tactile feedback. There's no bump in the switch. It's just straight all the way down, and that's the name of it. All right, got a couple extra switches on the side here, but everything looks to be installed, so I'm just going to do a visual inspection, just make sure all the pins have gone through the PCB. And once that's confirmed, we can start soldering. Desoldering, I think, takes the longest, honestly, out of everything, so soldering a keyboard's much faster. Okay, all these pins look good, look good, look good, look good, look good, look good, look good. They look good. Same with mouses, it's mice. It actually goes either way. So I actually looked this up. I did a whole video on it. Mice and mouses are both grammatically correct in the English language. You say solder weird and it throws me off. Is it supposed to be solder? It's actually solder or solder. I could say solder if you guys want. Just because I don't like the word solder because it's a lot. You got to say the ol. Solder is just faster. Get some water. It's mice. It changes to an emoji. What the? Okay. What switches do you have? In here I have Kailh Berries. They actuate at 70 grams and they bottom out at 90. They're very, very heavy. And in the keyboard they built it. Yeah. So they're Kailh heavies. I saw these. There's not a lot of reviews on them. Not a lot of people use them. I saw my Novel Keys website, so I was like, you know what? Let me try these. I like a really heavy key for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just like I love the solid feeling of a heavy key. It's just so cool in my opinion. All right, just gonna go get the area cleaned up a little bit. And get the solder equipment. Alrighty, got my solder, my solder equipment. All right, Rodimus, what's up, man? How you doing? Your very first stream viewer has returned. What is up, Rodimus, man? It has been a minute. Yes, please do. It's much more natural sounding. What is? Oh yeah, the. Actually, no, I don't know what you're referring to. I should be doing schoolwork, but the virus has me saying screw it. Yeah, right? It's just like, I don't know, things are weird. Let's just do things a little bit differently. Have you seen custom keycaps, JD? To know if we can post links, but there are some that are super cool, pricey though. I think you can post links, so you just gotta get approved by a mod, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I was showing everyone before. These are technically custom, I guess, if you want to call that, because it's a limited run. They won't make them forever. This was like $185 for these keycaps. I know it's a lot of money. It's a big pill to swallow, but yeah, this is custom in the sense that you can't just buy it. Solder, 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 solder. And then these are the keycaps that are going to go on today's keyboard right here, the Panda keycaps. Really cool keycaps in my opinion. Rob, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well yourself. I hope you're staying safe with the fam. Oh boy, there's no water in this. Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna put some water on the sponge. Alrighty. I saw those. Those were legit. I saw those too. Alright guys, I do have to put on a fan just to suck up the solder smoke. So I apologize if it's a little loud, but hopefully it'll be done relatively quick. Time to solder. Okay. Here we go. contact the pad. This is the funnest part. Don't want to breathe in that smoke. No sir. Make the switches stay in place. What have you guys been doing to keep you in quarantine and keep you guys proactive? It's hard to be like, oh, I'm gonna be proactive now and not try to be lazy. That's really hard in my opinion. Just out of curiosity. Don't breathe in the smoke. We've been in an empty apartment since last week. We moved to Denver last Sunday. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. That sounds like isolation more than quarantine. Have you guys been able to get any furniture or anything? You guys on like full lockdown? Or not lockdown, but like stores aren't open or anything like that. Everything's curbside now, so whenever you want to order food or anything like that, everything's just all curbside. Crazy time to move. Our stuff arrives on Friday, luckily. Oh, okay. Air mattresses suck. Yeah, they do. They're fine for one night, but after that, it's terrible. Air mattresses. Glad you guys have stuff moving in. As a gamer, my life is always quarantined, so not much has changed, to be honest. Just not working, sadly, so money has been a bit rough, but I still live with my parents, so I don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, that's nice. I would definitely utilize that if you can. A lot of people are out of work, unfortunately, unless you work as a first responder or at a pharmacy or at a grocery store. That's the only way most people have a job, or they're able to work remotely somehow. Everyone, it's tough on money right now, that's for sure. I think it needs to be a little bit warmer. It's like I've been preparing for this my whole entire life, this quarantine stuff. I am ready. I never thought in my life I'd be soldering, soldering, whatever it is. Oh yeah, I have custom desk mats coming out hopefully soon, depending on whether or not shipping is gonna work. But desk mats like this, like big, thick, and soft. Oh god. Oh lord, why do I even talk? Why do I even bother? Try to get these done. Luckily, Abby been taking care of us. They let me work from home, even in Denver. My manager was cool with me going to Denver from New Hampshire. I mean, not a permanent situation, he said. I could work remote for 3 months. Then this craziness happens. Oh my goodness. So what were you gonna do after 3 months then? If this craziness didn't happen. But it's just like a 3 month settling in period, I guess. There we go, there's another one. Top row is almost finished. Is the music still playing? Yeah, it is. Alright, word. I got a job at Boeing, so I'm... Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh man. I'm so sorry. But I mean, congrats on getting a job at Boeing, though. That's pretty awesome. It's just terrible timing, I guess. I heard a lot of things about companies just starting up at airports and stuff. There's like this one company that was starting to get its feet off the ground, and it looked pretty promising. And then they're like, "Well, we were about to make a huge business move, and then we had to shut it down." And that's just hard because a lot of people put their heart and soul into that. Into their small businesses and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, I guess. Airlines got hit hard. Yeah, they got hit hard. Cruise liners. If anything, I think, there should be more focus on getting those airliners taken care of instead of the cruise liners. Just out of sheer importance of what they play in. Does this look intimidating to anybody? Like having to do this to build your own I mean, you don't have to do this to build the keyboard. You can use hot swap. Don't breathe in. Don't breathe in. Don't breathe in. Hello, how's the keyboard going? Shade, thanks for stopping by, man. Keyboard's going well. We're in the soldering process, so we are getting the keyboard almost fully assembled here. And once this is soldered or soldered in, whatever you want to call it, we'll be on the upside. Like, this is the halfway point, or actually a little bit past the halfway point. It's a lot of fun, though, in my opinion. It's very therapeutic, very... It's not mindless, but it's just like, it keeps you engaged enough that you're just like, I really enjoy this. Here we go. Christina's getting hungry. I'll text you later, man. We'll catch up. And yeah, I might continue to work until I know Boeing is stable and don't want to be hired, then instantly fired. Yeah, you don't want the old turnaround going. Hope you guys find something good to eat when everything's mostly closed. At least over here is. Hope it goes well as well. Boobs dog. Yeah, it's a tough situation for a lot of people, and it's hard to do. You'd think it would be easy to do YouTube at this point, but like, you know, a lot of viewership goes over to you know, the human malware effect. I think that's what Gamer Nexus was calling it. But it takes up a lot of the viewership, and then on top of that, people aren't going to be buying things right now, or they might. Consumerism might bump up a little bit, but if no one has any money to spend anything, there's going to be no consumerism involved. So it's like, I don't know, it's an interesting time for sure. Very cool. Yeah, I love doing this. This is the second keyboard I've soldered. Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. Thank you, Rufus Dog. I appreciate you making me think about that word every single time now. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, but I enjoy doing this a lot. I've learned a lot from it, and I learned a little bit more about myself. So I'm just like, wow, I've always wanted to dabble in electrical engineering. Not that this is electrical engineering by any feat, but it's definitely in that direction. And I really do love it for that. They look like little silver Hershey Kisses. You're welcome. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you making me think about this word every single time I say it now. It's a wonderful thing. It really is. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Get a little bit more on that one. Second row is almost done. Heat up the pad. And good. If anyone wants to learn how to solder, you just pretty much touch the tip with the tin, and then you heat up the little metal ring around the pin, and then it'll start melting onto there, and you just kind of soak it up. Not soak it up, but you pull up on both of them to make like that little teardrop or Hershey Kiss formation. That's probably pretty familiar. There we go, there's that one. And let's see, probably put a little bit more on there. There we go. There's that one. Shazam. Much easier, in my opinion. Desoldering is like this, but you get a pump, and then you gotta get the pump just in time because solder. So, oh my god, really, it solidifies very quickly. That's the tricky thing about it, which is really good in a lot of applications, but is very tricky. And you got that one. Alright, I need to know what everyone likes for a Switch. Do you guys like clicky? Do you like linear and like quietness, or do you like non-clicky but tactile? Or do you like pure silence? What do you guys like in Switches? Or what would be your ideal Switch, essentially? Something clicky, or not clicky, but tactile and quiet altogether, and linear, or don't really have a preference? Got you tripping over the word now. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's bad. There we go. Woo. To know everyone's favorite switch. I used to think MX Blues were like the only thing back in the day, like 2016 or so. And then I learned about browns, and I was like, whoa, we got options for what kind of switch we want? That's cool. What's a switch? And I used to think browns are pretty cool because they were pretty silent compared to the freaking noisiness of the MX Blues. And now browns are actually hated by a lot of people. Not hated, but they just don't recommend them. Browns are actually supposed to be tactile. They're supposed to be very light tactile bump, which can be nice for some people. For me, I'm not a big fan of browns. I've used them extensively, and I've never really been a fan of them. Depends on who makes the switch too. It could be cherry, it could be whatever. Clicky, my hearing is bad, so I need to feel the keys making contact. That's good. That's actually a good point. So there's different use case scenarios for people. I actually have a very clicky switch. Did I put it on here? I don't know if I did. Clicky switch, come here. Where's the clickies? Come here. I don't know what the heck I did with it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what I did with those switches. But I have a very clicky switch for you. I think it's called the Kailh Box Royals. If you're ever interested in looking them up. They're very clicky, very loud, very tactile. Probably one of the most tactile switches I've ever felt. I've probably tried about 30 different types of switches, and those are by far one of the most tactile, loud, clicky ones that I can think of. So for the clicker clacky lovers, those are definitely one of the clickiest and the most tactile of the bunch. Tactical and quiet, but really anything other than blues, they're just too loud for me. Yes, so that board that I did that my last video on, which was the what a $500 keyboard sounds like, those are tactile. So you get the tactility of a blue, but they're actually very quiet for a tactile switch. So getting that feedback is nice for a lot of people. It's what makes it just kind of the fun part, and doing the and just knowing that you're typing. But those were called Xylants. They're made by Zeal. They're pretty expensive switches. They're like $1 a piece. However, there's other switches that are tactile but non-clicky. They're louder than the Xylants, of course, but they aren't nearly as loud as those friggin' Cherry MX Blues. Those things sounds like lightning going off. But the Kailh Box Navies are even louder than the Blues, believe it or not. See if I can find that little switch kit for you guys just to hear it. There we go. Third row, almost done. I'm trying to speed through these. My coworker's like, "Did you build another keyboard last night?" I'm like, sometimes I answer that yes, and he's not even surprised. And it's like, you really built another keyboard? I'm like, okay, listen. If you got into it, you would know. The amounts of customizability is limitless, nearly limitless. You can take switches apart and put different parts of switches in different ways to mix and match them to get the feeling and sound that you want. And it just opens up a whole new level. Different types of keycaps to suit different types of cases and whatnot. It's just, and different types of layouts to suit what you need. If you do a lot of Excel work, maybe you still want that numpad. Or maybe you want a left-hand numpad, which are harder to find, but it could be very useful for people who do that. So you just find a use case scenario and what you want, and you literally make it your own. That's what makes it really cool, in my opinion. Make it the sound the way you want, make it feel the way you want, make it the way you want it to look. It's just a lot. Oh hey, let's get a better song. Make this a little bit better. There we go. If you knew the addiction, you would understand. Yeah, exactly. It's an addiction. You know, I really like building computers and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. There's a lot of options to customize as well. But I don't know. I feel like it can easily be replicated. And so there's not a lot of things that can be super customized unless you're doing modding, which can be definitely intimidating to a lot of people. Like cutting out or CNCing like pieces of acrylic and painting it and putting on your case and cutting up the case and shaping it the way you want it. I mean, the community behind it's really cool in the PC modding community. It's also very difficult, requires a lot of talent. I don't find myself that talented, but I have enough talent to do this, and I think a lot of people do as well. No music playing again. Yes, it is not. Yes, I'm still listening. Jeez. Okay, yeah. Okay, do you guys like the synthwave music? Just out of curiosity. I love synthwave. Like the chill stuff, not like the aggressive, I don't know, punkish type is fine, but it's a little over dramatic at times. I just like the chill stuff. I've always liked the chill stuff. Listening in the background while I cook your music cut, JD. Awesome. I'm glad I could just be noise in the background just to feel like a sense of sociability in a way, just for people to feel like they are part of the conversation, like they're hanging out, even though a lot of people can't hang out right now. But hopefully I can provide that sense of, yeah, we're all hanging out right now. So I'm glad I can do that. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's honestly what I wanted to come out of this stream, because I don't know how many times I could build a keyboard for everyone to just kind of hang out to, but if I could at least make a sense of community, I think that's something worth noting. Bushula. I can feel the Tron. I can feel the Tron too, man. It's amazing. I'm very into that vibe, for sure. It's really cool. I'm really excited for Cyberpunk 2077. I've been wanting a new style of GTA for a while. Nice chill vibe energy. Cool, awesome. I'm glad you guys like it. It could definitely be repetitive, but it's like a good type of repetitive. It's like listening to jazz, kind of. I could just listen to that all day long. I love jazz music. Good jazz music. see. Almost finished up on this row. Did I just skip it? Oh, I skipped one. Whoopsies. Nice chill vibe energy. Yeah, I do love that kind of energy. Very chill, very relaxing. I recommend watching Teo Types. He's got a very chill vibe as well. Learned a lot from him. Watched a lot of his streams. He's very popular in the keyboard community. Which, yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm like, I really love that chill vibe. It's like people just hanging out, talking, asking questions. It's a very friendly atmosphere, at least from what I see, from my perspective. And I can really get behind that. Especially in a time like this, when you could just be stuck at home doing nothing. And it's just like, well, watch a live stream, hang out with people like that, just have someone talking or doing something. Imagine, I've seen some people locked in these tiny little apartments and there's like one window. I'm just like, geez, that is rough. City life is definitely not for me, but I can totally understand why people would want to do it. But being in a situation like that and being locked in, oh, big oof. Most people like that, then all for it. Do you have a Discord, dude? If not, make one. That'd be legit. Yeah, I do have one. I've been trying to get more active in the Discord community. There's lots of cool stuff. Good to stay updated with and whatnot. So I do have one. It's probably not in this description on this live stream. I should have left it in. I'm sorry, but it's definitely in all the other videos. I do have one. Rufus Dog could send you an invite as well if he has the time to do it, or if he wants to. Batman has it has been a while. It has been a while. Being Batman. Going from Batman to chill man. What's up, Kryptonic? I hope you're doing well, dude. The hardest thing to do is get past the idea that you can't do it, when in reality you can do anything if you push yourself to do it. Yeah, exactly. It's getting over that mental hump of like, I can't do this, but why can't you? Literally find an excuse not to do it, and it's like, okay, alright, fine, I'll do it. I mean, there's certain things where that does come into play, like, oh, just go make $1 million. I'm talking about like, oh, go pick up a new skill. If it involves a lot of money, yeah, that's a blocker. But if it's something you have the resources to do, you can definitely do it. I could never build a keyboard. Yes, you could. If you built a PC, you could build a keyboard. Come on, Kryptonic, you can do that. You should totally try it just once. Just once. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to do this part, the soldering. You could just get a hot swap keyboard and just call it a day. And it's a lot easier. You brought yourself from Batman to Robin. Yeah, exactly. Robin's taking over, guys. Sorry. And not even the good Robin. What? Yeah, it's a good Robin, I think. Like a few generations down. Okay, well, that Robin learned a lot of things, okay? A few generations down. I'm not used to being a mod, so I keep forgetting I can do things. Yeah, man. You are the mod. I thought Kryptonic was a mod. If you're not, I'll make you a mod later, Kryptonic. Sorry if you're not. I apologize. But yeah, Discord community is really cool. Just because you can hang out. I don't have any notifications on, so sometimes I just kind of go absent for a little while. Just because I'm in a bunch of different Discords and the notifications just blow up. But that doesn't mean I don't go on. I check it usually every day. So I'll hop on, see if anything's new, see what people are up to. Be like, what do you guys want to see in videos? Or live streams, that is. I might do more live streams. I like the format. It's much more organic. I feel like, at least. I mean, I love doing videos and everything. It's a lot of work, takes up a lot of time. I mean, so do live streams, but it's all right then and there, and you get to interact with people, and that's my favorite part is getting to talk to you guys. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm a part of something, and they're a part of something as well, and that's what makes it the funnest part. I never feel more connected than I am like right now with people, you know. Wait, who replaces Joker if Batman is eventually replaced? I'm actually confused behind the DC storyline now. Also, you're always on COD. Yeah, I am on COD a lot. Okay. Well, I'm not on it a lot. Just like at least a good 3 days out of the week. So at least half the week I'm on COD. I really like that game, even though it frustrates me to no end. But that's the beauty of COD. That is the beauty of Modern Warfare. I liked Black Ops 4, but I don't know. It was a little too cartoony for me. Felt some Fortnite vibes, and Fortnite's its own thing, COD's its own thing. Black Ops is definitely a little bit different from Modern Warfare, or the vibe at least. So I can understand the directions they both went in. Live streams are fun. Interaction with chat is nice. Yeah, I like seeing people come together. Like, that's my favorite part. Never an invite. But no, Crypt, you are in the Discord. Don't tell me you're not in that Discord. I'm gonna lose it if you're not. There's no way. You're definitely in that Discord. If you're not, I'm gonna be like, yo, who did this? Who did this? Houdini. I'm just gonna touch up these guys. Let's just touch up that one. Okay. Alright, these all look good. Just doing a visual inspection. Visual inspection. Turn that off. Alright. Hold on. I'm going to wash my hands because I just touched lead. For 30 minutes. Alrighty. Oh. How was the PC your sister built held up? So that's actually a great question because that's the next video I'm working on. Her PC started doing some funny things with that Ryzen 1400 and that motherboard. I couldn't figure out the problem. I couldn't get the isolated problem. So unfortunately, we never came to a conclusion. We just ended up buying other parts. So that's gonna be the next video. Actually, I'm in the midst of working on that. So that's gonna be the next video. Hope you guys are excited for that. Just joined Discord. You should stop playing COD. It's trash. Play Minecraft like a true gamer, you nerd. Okay. Well, you know what? Thanks for joining the Discord. And I do play Minecraft, but I also play Colony Survival, and I really like that one too. So you should check that one out. Just saying. I cleaned my car, cleaned my setup, hung up some sheets, and went running for a Corona day. It wasn't bad. See, I feel like people get more time to focus on themselves and get some time to actually do things they've been meaning to do for a while. I don't know. It's a very fast-paced environment when you're just working every day. Nice. I sat inside listening to music and watching streams. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's go with the keyboard tester. Keyboard tester. There we go. So right now, we're gonna check if all the keys work or all the switches work. I'm legit cooking with 3 utensils total. Really have to get creative. Can't wait till my stuff gets here. Oh my god. I can't believe you're cooking with 3 utensils. Hey, A+ for creativity on that one, honestly. Bro, GeForce Now is revolutionary. Alrighty. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you guys the keyboard tester. Right there. Alright, so that's the keyboard tester. Alright, that's good. That's good. We don't have a tilde on here, just so you guys know. Yeah, and we don't have a home or end, by the way. Okay, good. Good. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Wait a minute. Tab's not working. Tab's not working. Oh no. Wait, is this caps? Oh yeah. A, caps, tab. Tab isn't working. Okay. Alright, let's go get tab working. Bro, GeForce Now is revolutionary when it comes to latency, but it also sucks because of the game selection. Yeah, I know. But, I mean, it is really cool to see that. I don't know why tab isn't working. It looks fine and soldered in. I don't know why it's not working. You know what? Let me pull up a Word document, just double check that it's not working. Alright, so we're gonna just pull up Word real quick. And let's do that. Nope, tab isn't working. Interesting. Do a live stream typing test. Oh yeah, we are going to be doing a typing test on this for sure. So you guys can see what it sounds like, or hear what it sounds like, not see. People out here getting out and about with distance. Yeah, I know. Get that social distancing, guys. How long are you holding it up, bro? I'm about to turn in 2 weeks, maybe. Bro, I'm trying to head back to south to my home. Head back to the south, man. Go back home. Go back home. He's got a nice place, by the way. Alright. We're going to see why tab is not working. I have no idea why it's not working. Come on, tab. Don't do this to me. I need you. How come only 9 people watching? I don't know. They're missing out. They're missing out. They're missing out on the fun. Ugh. I used a program called Aster for multi-seat purposes, so I used my main PC as 2 separate PCs, and by using GeForce Now, I was able to play League with my brother off of one PC. That's sick. I do like what NVIDIA is doing with that for sure. All because now GeForce connects to external servers, which bypasses most game launchers that don't let the same game run 2 times. Ugh. Yeah, right. Alright, Mr. Tab. Hold on, I gotta put on the fan really quick. Sorry, guys. And let me know how the fan is. Is it too loud? Not that I can really do much about it. I'm Adam. Duh. Who it is? Oh, Adam. I also didn't know. That sucks, dude. Adam. Bro, I didn't even know it was Adam. How did I miss that the whole entire time? I'm so sorry. God. Adam, thanks for being here, man. This sucks. Why? Come on, Tab. Bro, come on. What do I even do? You want me to try a different switch? I can try a different switch. Unbelievable. Jeez. Not loud at all. Good, good. The fan isn't bad, actually. Good. Probably because you guys are all used to PCs anyway, so. What fan? I don't hear fan. It's white noise. Okay, so this is the solder sucker right here. Oh, wonderful. This is going to be amazing. I really love this. Psych. We gonna figure out why this does not work. Forgot how much of a mess this makes. Okay. What's in here? Put some paper towel down. There we go. Clear out some of that solding. That solder. And clear. Not sucking up the solder as nicely as I would hope. I'm curious as to know why this isn't working. La 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 la. Love you, Joe, today. Love you too, Adam. Oh man, this is why I don't build my keyboard. Solder. That man's pronouncing it weird. I am not. I promise I am not. Okay, usually this doesn't happen. Out of the 2 times I've built this, this is the only time. Wait a minute. Is U and M not working? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on there, buddy. Wait a minute. Oh, thank God they're working. Tab. Why are you being like this, bro? Oh my goodness. I don't understand it. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Maybe not. I don't know. Alright. So this thing clogs up easily. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of metallic flakes that just came out. Ooh, is that a panda mat? It is. Thank you for asking, Mr. Sager. That is, in fact, a panda mat. Solgar. Solgar. Alright. This pump, I need you to do your job. Please. Not really doing his job. Come on. Come on. Usually doesn't take this long. I'm sorry, guys. Almost there. Alright, see if we can get this switch out. That'd be great. Okay, we got it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get a pair of tweezers. If I have... Where's my tweezers? Give me the tweezers. There we go. Alright, so testing with the tweezers, we're going to test the PCB if it's actually working. If the PCB is not working, then we know it's not the switch's fault. Okay, which one? Yes, this one right here. What you're gonna do with the keyboard after should make dismantling video. Dismantling this keyboard in particular was very difficult, just because it was a lot of plastic stuff and whatnot. What in the world? Oh, the pin broke on the switch. Wow, goodness me. How am I gonna get this out? This never happens. What? What is this? Whose pin is this? That's why it wasn't working. Oh man, get out of there. Get out. I think I found the problem, guys. The pin on the key, or the switch, I mean, broke. So that's it right there. That's the pin. Oh, you learn something new. What can I say? Okay, let me see if I can get this out. Cool. Besides the impending apocalypse, my new apartment has a view of the mountains. That's awesome. That is so awesome. That is really awesome. I hope it all works out for you over there, Adam. Seriously. There we go. That's a nice clean solder joint. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to test the PCB. Let's plug this in. Go back over to the keyboard tester. And then let's go and test out tab. Oh. Tab's working. There we go. Alright. Tab works. Nice. Let's go get one of the other switches. Always have a couple backup in case something like that happens. Okay. Looks solid. Here's my tin. Here we go. Let's get this lube back up. Party foul. Yikes. Yeah, it makes it interesting though. Makes the content interesting for sure. That is a terrible solder joint. Solder joint, whatever. Whatever. I don't care. Alright. Now, let's go try this again. Okay, tab. Tab. Is it really not working right now? No, it's not. It's not. What? Bro, please. I need to work. Oh, man. This is frustrating. There we go. I think that time I think is a winner. I'm feeling this one. Perhaps not. I think I messed up my tab key, guys. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. I think I messed it up. No. This usually doesn't happen. Oh my goodness, why? But why though? Come on. I think I broke it, guys. Which is weird. So I thought I killed the other keyboard that I did with the desoldering. This is a first for me, for sure. Start over. Did you kill it? I didn't kill the board entirely. It's just that tab isn't working. I do love my tab key. Real shame it doesn't work. Probably because I burned out the pan. I don't know, man. Let's see. Bravo 6 going talk. Bravo 6 going talk. It's got to be touching the pad. Ooh, lame. Lame. Mission to exterminate is a go. Got some Captain Price over here. Bravo 6, going talk. Hey man, I like COD, okay? Okay. Can't hate me. Can't hate me because of it. Alright, well, you know what? That's alright. Tab will live on in a different keyboard. Just learn from my mistake, guys. Don't be like Tab. I'm just gonna leave it soldered in for now. Sorry you couldn't be like the rest of them, Tab. I'm real sorry. Not really. Alright. Well, that's that. I'm gonna leave this in here, and we're gonna move on without Tab. So press F for Tab. Boo boo boo. What would you recommend for a budget DIY keyboard around $100? I will get back to you on that in just a second. I'm just gonna put this stuff away and wash my hands real quick for touching the the lead yet again. And just getting this off of here. Let's get this metal shaving stuff out of here. But I will answer your question in just a moment. That's a great question. Because it is hard to do. Lights up. Lights up, sketchers. Alrighty. So, Tab's not going to work. Tab is not with us anymore. That's okay. It's alright. I honestly thought because it was this guy, because he's missing a pin, but oh well. It is what it is. So for a DIY keyboard for $100, I know there's one video from Tay Types, I think. Not Teha Types, but Tay Types. And it's pretty well done in my opinion. There is a couple of options, like getting a hot swap keyboard, and then like for around 40-50 bucks on Amazon, buying a couple of things of lube like dielectric grease or just one thing of lube altogether, and then buying your own switches and keycaps, and you might be able to get around $100 to $115, I think, and that should suit that $100 price mark, in my opinion. All right, this looks all put together. All right, now we're gonna put on the case. Put on the case just like so. And this is just gonna snap on here. right in. Sorry, that might be a little unpleasant to listen to. Alright, all the sides are put in. And there you guys go. Sorry guys, let me get this window out of the way. Yeet. There we go, right there. There it is. Alright, now let's go get the keycaps on this bad boy. Oh yeah, I do want to show you guys something though. I have my desk mat prototype with me that I've been dying to show someone. That you guys might be able to order very soon. We'll see, depending on the state of things. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Okay. So we're gonna take the panda mat off for right now. Actually, you know what? Just leave it, I guess. Okay. This is a super exclusive thingy. Alright. I would bust out my machete if the tab key stopped working. Trust me, tabs being very, very temperamental right now. That sounds good. Thank you for the suggestions. Of course, 28 stabs to the tab. That's what I'm talking about. What do you think of the antimicrobial stuff found on some keyboards? Like what? I don't think I've seen that. Well, you're still live, back in time. Yes, I am. I wanted to see it fully built. We're almost there. We are almost there. But here is my personal desk mat. Sorry, just knock this over. Whoop, whoop. There we go. There it is. This is my personal desk mat right here for the channel, JD Tech here. I also have some other designs coming out as well. Let me know what you guys think of this design. I think it's like super clean, geometric. The company's really cool. They use a dye sub process. It's really neat. I love it. So yeah. You going to bed? No? All right. What's up, man? It's my roommate. Saying hi to my roommate. Of course I wouldn't miss it. Of course not. I gotta show you my cyberpunk mat. I found it on Amazon. So not unique, but it's still super cool. I like it. Where'd you find it? I actually made this. I made this in Photoshop and I designed it and got it printed out to a company that I'm gonna potentially use as a vendor and get these guys somewhat not mass produced, but produced enough to start selling. I think I know the mat that you're talking about, Adam. The laser one, the cyberpunk one. Not gonna lie, that mat has a Ninja Fortnite vibe. Well, there's gonna be different colors. So I have like a black and orange theme. I have like a beige and white monotone with like grays, whites, and all that sort of stuff. Oh, custom legit. That looks sweet. I need a new pad. Awesome, awesome. I'm thinking around $25 for this. It's 4 or 5 millimeters thick. And it's a huge pad. It really is. Alright, now let's go get these keycaps on here and see what it sounds like. Finally. Actually, where's my custom keycap? So this board actually came with a couple custom keycaps. I'm gonna put Panda right here. That's Mr. Panda. Oh, that sounds good. Now we're gonna get these guys on here. What are we listening to? Let's go to the next one. Okay. Let's get these on here. Do you have a green vibe? I don't have a desk mat with a green vibe, unfortunately. Not in the works. I have gotten a couple requests. I might do one in the future. I just need enough requests to be able to warrant buying a whole bunch of them. Or I can host a group buy and just do that. Now that's a deal, JD. Now that's a deal. $25 I'm gonna try to do 25 or 30 because this is bigger than most of the desk mats and it's really high quality. So they cost quite. Ooh, can you hear that? Dude, why only 11 are watching? I don't know. 11 or 12, they're missing out. That's all I can say. What can I say? Hopefully I'm doing a chill vibe enough for people. But, you know, I haven't really been active lately, so I'm not really expecting much. I'm surprised there's even 12 people here. I was thinking like 8 to 15, maybe 20 at most during peak. But I haven't live streamed in a long time, so I haven't really made it apparent. Black, red, silver. I don't have a black, red, silver. Let's see. I might be able to show you guys some of the designs that I have in the works after I get this done. Wait, hold on. What colors are the mats going to be in? I will show you guys. Even 30 is a nice deal, and gray, black, or green would be clean. Yeah. Yeah, these things... Most of them in the keyboard community go for around $25, $35, but this one is huge, and I think 25 or 30 would be a reasonable price. Let's hear that. Oh, I'm putting on the tab key, regardless of whether or not it works. Sorry, tab. Rip. Rip. Well, it's 2:42 a.m. for me, and you seem very chill, so that kept me here. Awesome. I'm glad I could do that. Thanks, man. Those keys sound so nice, don't they? Don't they? It's in combination with... So the way you get the sound signature from a keyboard is the material of the case. This one's plastic, so the sounds can be a little bit more dampened than you would with a metal keyboard because it would bounce off a little bit more. You get that metallic sound, which could be a sound that you want. I also put the rubber sorbethane underneath as well. And then what else did I do? I lubed the switches and the keyboard stabilizers as well. So all those things play into how it sounds, and also there's a metal plate underneath right here. So that also that also accounts for how it sounds. These are some freaking heavy keys, man. I will show you guys the other designs I have though for the desk mat. There we go. These are freaking heavy. Wow. I love it. I love that feeling. A lot of people will be like, man, my fingers are tired. I'd be like, that's why I like that feeling. Why else would I do it? I'm working out my fingers right now. They're at the gym when I can't be at the gym because of the pandemic. Another thing that makes keycaps sound nice. Good keycaps are relatively thick underneath, and they have like this lattice type system, this cross system underneath, and that also helps break up the noise and keeps it from sounding super hollow inside the keycap, and keeps it from warping as well. So that is also important to note. Why couldn't it be like the pipe symbol? I never use the pipe symbol. Or maybe right control. I would never use right control because I have less control. I'd rather it be that one. Tab, I use quite considerably, so I'm a little upset that it's gone. I don't really like keyboards, but I like clicky keyboards, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know. You can definitely have clickiness, but like a nice clickiness, if that makes sense. You have a nice sounding clicky keyboard that makes it sound like, I don't know, it's very feedback, very responsive, so it feels like it's rewarding to type on, rather than just loud, plastic, rattly stuff going on. There's definitely a difference between those two. What does the lattice mean, however you spell it? Okay, So if I'm gonna explain the lattice, like a lattice, I think of a grid, like a grid. Like if you see underneath the keycap, there's like, you can see like the cross right here. There's like these little mini walls inside the keycap. I just called it a lattice pattern because it's just how it looked for me. But don't get too confused with those terminologies because it just means that there's, here's a better example, the space bar. So let me get the space bar out. So the space bar has a lot of them. This grid-like stuff to it. So on much higher end keycaps, you'll see this, and it kills that hollow, rattly sound that you'll find in a lot of space bars. That's if you didn't lube the stabilizers, then that would sound. But let's see how this space bar sounds, because it's one of the hardest things, in my opinion, to get sounding good. Hold on. What you doing? If I can put it on correctly. Hold on. Ugh. There we go. Push the stabilizer out. Jeez. Ooh. It's a nice sound. It just sounds solid. It looks so clean. I had the Nova Touch TKL Topra keyboard, which sounds, oh yes, Topra is very nice. I do like Topra. I'm surprised you got a Topra. I didn't know you had a Topra board, Gio. I thought for some reason you had a different board. But Topra is nice too. It's kind of like a glorified membrane switch, but it's a lot more involved. But you get a really soft raindrop sound, and it's tactile, so you get feedback. It's really quite unique. It's really cool. You can actually put on the keycaps backwards if you want, or the spacebar, that is. You get more like a downward profile. Some people really like that. Me, I'm not too much of a fan of that. Ooh, starting to sound really nice. Starting to sound real nice. That sounds so nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rufus Dog. I am quite proud of this one and how it sounds. It's just a shame that the tab's not there. I don't really like the sound of space-bars. They kind of sound flat, if you know what I mean. I rather it sound flat because a lot of the time they sound super rattly. But I know what you mean by just like a flat sound, but it's so large that it's hard to not make it sound really flat. It's really hard to get a solid sounding spacebar unless it's made out of metal, like Linus Tech Tips did. I think they had a video like that, which was really neat. Come on, don't be like this. Wait, I could just pull these out because they're kind of out in the wide open. That's fine. Oof. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm also going to show you guys the other desk mats as well. The color options. Color options are important to go with different setups, different types of keycaps. Makes it easier to coordinate things. Got these other Panda keycaps, but I'm not too sure what to do with them as of yet. Not too sure as of yet. Insert. Delete. Page up. Down to the wire now. Yeah, I know. It's really getting close to what this sounds like. I have an idea. Take the blue keys, which are the numbers, and swap them with the top white ones. I don't know if you can do that because these have separate profiles. So like if you swap out the keys on this row with this row, these keys are actually higher. The keycap is actually higher or are taller than the ones on the bottom. It depends on the profile, of course. But if you do that, you'll start noticing that. It's like, why doesn't that line up right? Shouldn't they all be the same? Very nice. Very nice. Tab will have to live on without you. I'm gonna mention it like 900 more times tonight. Hello. Does it have a backlight? No, it does not, unfortunately. But I thought about doing the. I really liked RGB boards before, but now I'm just like, the keycaps. You can get these really cool looking keycaps, like these awesome color palettes, and it kind of replaces the cool factor of the keyboard, essentially. Of the RGBs, I mean, not the keyboard. Geez, kind of replaces that wow factor. Ooh, look at all these fancy colors. Oh, how much is this keyboard? Stock, it is. This one was 146 bucks. Came with a lot of stuff though. There it is though. There it is. I love the Panda vibes. I really do. Shame that tab's not gonna work, but it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna stop the music really quick. Please don't stop the music. And I am going to show you guys what it sounds like in just a second. Jeez. I'm gonna pull up the YouTubes and we're gonna get up and running my last video because I showed up all the colorways on this one. All right. So now let's get this open. All right. So let's get our white cable in. We got the music stopped. Okay. Just so you guys know, this is what it sounds like. Okay. Space bar. Shift. Caps. Those are just the standard alpha keys. Enter. Backspace. Right shift. Arrow keys. Alright, that looks great, but I love my Logitech G513 Carbon and its rest and my G502 Proteus Spectrum. Yes, G502 is very nice, and the 513 is also a nice keyboard. You can also pick up custom, what are these, wrist rests as well. This one I got off of Novel Keys, so I usually use this one. It's like so comfortable. It's literally gel. All right, so we're gonna get this typing test going. All right, let's try to hit 80, maybe. Oh yeah, hit the shift bar? Yeah, I'll hit the shift bar. All right, here we go. See if we get close to 80. I'm not that fast of a typer. my goodness, my hands are tired. Oh, these heavy switches are no joke. Jeez. Jeez. That is tough. Yeah, tab isn't working. Tab still not working. Oh well. Oh well. You guys want me to do another test? I would literally sit there for hours clicking it. The left one, OMG, that is so nice. I'm glad you like it. That is so satisfying. Yeah, it's kind of the elusive trade of this game. It's just ridiculous. Those clicking all together sounds so nice. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. I really like the feel of this keyboard. It's very heavy. Oh wow. $74. Ooh, big brain move. Sounds so sweet. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I need a protein shake after typing on this thing. It's like the keys require so much force, but I really do. I really do like that. I'm gonna do another one. This is really intoxicating. I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh my god. How much for the keycaps? Well, the keycaps aren't sold separately. So, I don't know if you could just buy these separately. I don't see them anywhere where you can sell them separately. Looks good, JD. Nice job again. Thank you so much. I do really like the way it sounds. It's really satisfying. Taking sound samples for later. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like ASMR a little bit. Where do you get the write-up on how to do this? I might do one of these once I know what I'm not going to get fired instantly. Also, might do a drone build. That'll be fun. Yeah, that would be really cool. Your fingertips look red too. They probably are. I'm just like, gah. This live stream kind of cool. Should do more, dude. Thank you. Thank you, Guru. I will try to do more. Okay, so Adam, I would recommend... So... if we go over to our mechanical keyboards, this is where I got a lot of information. There's always help threads on here, and yeah, all this stuff in here. There's like all these sorts of custom keycaps. It gets crazy on here. Also, a good place to start is the Key Company. So if you type in the Key Company, we go over here and we scroll down to the bottom, I think it is. And it might be an FAQ. Orders general. Shipping, cancellations. No. Nope. Let's see. How did I find it? I found it on here. Nope. It's somewhere on here, though. Archives, in stock, pre-orders, accessories, gift cards, partnerships, sign up, blog, contact, conditions. No. Okay. Let me see. The key company. What would I look up? How would I type this? What is a switch? I don't know. Something like that. Well, I found it the other day. I don't know where to find it now. But anyways, there's some good YouTubers. If we go to Teha Types. If I can type in his name. How to lube MX switches. How to build a keyboard. This guy is good. It's Tay Keyboards. How to build 60% mechanical keyboard. I wouldn't watch Linus's video. I mean, it's a bit instructional, but it's also there's a lot of entertainment value there too, but it's not as instructional and concise as like something like this. Build without soldering. So I would highly recommend these two for sure. So let me show you guys the other desk mats I had in mind. Where is it? Okay. So let's go over here. Coming soon. Okay, so there's this one. The purple and navy blue and more purple red laser theme, but it's more of a Night Runner theme, I think. That's more of the laser with the teal, the bright reddish orange pink, I don't know what to call that. And then there's the beige and white. It's very bright. And there's the monochrome. And there's the black and orange. I put a set of Taiho keycaps on my TKL Toper keyboard. Those are nice. I like the Taihos. They're pretty good for the money that they cost. I think they're like around $30 or $40 or something like that off the top of my head. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. And you learn a lot by just looking around, getting open to the ideas of all this other stuff. So yeah, there's lots of custom keyboard stuff in here. And I will try and show you guys my other thing. So let's see. If I open up my drive. Desk mat renders. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take a look at my drive. These are the other ones I had in mind. So here's one. This is for building keyboards. We can see right here, paintbrush, switches, stabilizer. This means build in Korean. So that's one of them. I made that the other night. Cables. This is all about cables. USB-C cables I plug in the keyboard. I really like it. It's kind of this Ray Punk type theme. This is the mech mat for mechanical keyboards. I like this one. It's very vibrant. And then this one's for 10 keyless boards. So 10 keyless, just a very minimalistic style. It's really cool. I like it. Let's see. Can I please get a shout out, Wolvie601? You're only going to get a shout out to like 9 people, my dude. Black and orange is really nice. All right, word. I'll keep the black and orange. Those are all ones that I'm probably going to make. I really like the purple one. Awesome. Glad people actually like the colors. I'm going to take a look at our mechanical keyboard. Thanks, my guy. You got it, dude. The black and orange looks dope. Just don't match my setup at all. I know. I would probably just use it. Buy it for myself just because I like the black and orange. Purple won't either, but it's really sick. I don't know why. This stream was a great eye-opener for me. Thanks, JD. You got it, man. I like opening up people to alternatives in the community. I think Mech Mat would look better without the keycaps, I'm not going to lie. If it was just a pattern on the back, it looks kind of plain. I don't know. I I tried it in multiple ways, and I got a couple people's opinions, and they liked having the arrow keys on there. So we'll see. I'm supposed to get it in the mail about 2 days from now. I ordered a sample of all 3 of those, not the cables mat, but the 3 of them I did. So we'll get those in the mail, and we'll have actual samples on there, and we'll have actual working things. It's a really nice mat. It's made by the same company. The process is really nice. The dye sublimation is just really nice, super cushy. But I'm really excited for this board. I'm also making a cable for this keyboard too. It's gonna be green, white, and black, just like the same scheme as this. But let's go for another typing test just because I want it. It's only my opinion. No, I do like having the opinions in there for sure. I like having that. Ugh. Gotta commit. Gotta commit. $72. Progressively going down. That's fine. I'll most likely buy the purple one. Wait, can I tell you a test to do with your mouse? Oh, is it the human benchmark test? I know that one quite well. Quite well. The human benchmark one. I'm terrible at it. I'm okay at reaction time, not that good. However, I think I'll do. We'll face it on me. So I think I'll do more of these types of live streams, just like giving out information. There's a lot of questions in the community just because there isn't a lot of information out there already. We only have like a couple channels putting out content consistently. So just getting a lot of information is kind of hard to do right now. So I'm trying to help that. So doing these live streams kind of helps with that interaction. So aside from that, I think I'm going to do a video on how to modify your actual keyboard. This way you don't have to spend a ton of money. We'll get a cheap sounding keyboard. My Corsair Strafe, although was $100 at the time of purchase, sounds pretty cheap in my opinion. So we're going to keep the keycaps, everything, all stock stuff. We're going to take it apart and do some light modifications to it just to make it sound a little bit better. I think that would make a good live stream as well. You out here getting above 70 WPM and I struggle at 30 LMFO. The old hunt and peck, right? The old hunt and peck. I've been trained to type properly for the last 3.5, 4 months. Just so I could get into this community and really learn preferences and stuff like that. Put your mouse on one side and push it. I want to see how much it will slide. I want to see how good the mat is. Okay, so let's see. Let's move this down over here. Okay, then we're gonna move this over here, and you're gonna see this. And we're just gonna move this off to the other side, and you're gonna see how much of the mat moves. There you go, and then it's gonna go towards the other side. All right. All right, and then we're just gonna have a little bit of a tap. See how far it slides. So in my opinion, it is pretty smooth. It's probably not gonna be the smoothest mouse mat you ever feel, but I think it's pretty smooth for what it is, considering how thick and the what is it called? The printing process. It's all like really clean lines and everything. So I meant like push it. No hunt, just peck. Yeah, so we're just pushing it. Just pushing the mouse. You see that? Like a shove type. See, I didn't know what you meant. All right, well that's gonna wrap up the live stream for tonight, guys. I do appreciate everyone coming out. I don't have like an official schedule or anything like that for live streams, but I do plan on doing some more since we are in quarantine, and it's a lot of fun. I like interacting with you guys. Might do some more builds in the future, hopefully, and that this way we can get more information out there essentially, and let you guys know about all the new desk mats coming into play. I will let you know a couple of good websites to go look up for everything. Alright, so here's one, novelkeys.xyz. Great place to start looking around for things. GB, that means group buy. Group buy essentially means there's a period in which you can purchase it. It's not ready to made until months later. Those are made months later, and then they actually ship out. So you're just purchasing it now, and then it comes out later. So it's all a group buy. It's all in one thing. Another thing is called mechanicalkeyboards.com. This is great for a lot of pre-made keyboards like the one I have here, and you can take them apart like I can. It's a little bit more involved. However, there's lots of good keyboards in here of all sorts, and keycaps as well. Here's another one from Varmilo, which is the Beijing Opera. I have this board, the 10 keyless version. Very nice. Another great place is called kbdfans.com. This one's based in China, so shipping might be a little weird right now. I'm not exactly sure, but if you want to build a keyboard, it's a great place to start. Pick out a case, 60%, 65, so on and so forth. Pick out a PCB, the switches that you want, and the keycaps, and a plate to go on top. Everything all said and done, and that's where you start. Dixie Mech is another great place to go. Not for necessarily keyboards, but for desk mats. They got a lot of cool designs. I just got this one. They sell out pretty quickly, but they do restock some of them, which is cool. This one, the Polygon one, I have this one. It's one of my favorites. They have a lot of cool designs on here. I'm trying to remember other keyboard places off the top of my head. One Up, I think it's called One Up Keyboards. Not Cart, just One Up Keyboards. All right, One Up Keyboards is another place. Great place to go. If you want to build your own cables, go to Zap Cables. Go to DIY kits, and they have all these kits. You have to solder things yourself and do it all. So you'll need some wire equipment or wire tools to use that, but it's really cool. But those are some good websites to look at, just so you guys know, get that information in, and give you a starting place. Thanks, JD. You are welcome. Good enough. It looks good. Awesome. Adam, I'll catch you later. Thanks for sticking in and sticking around. It was good fun. Hope to see more. Have a good night, JD. To your wife as well. Thank you very much, Fockwolf. I hope you guys all have a great night. Stay safe. I would not promote that site from China until Corona is over. Yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff does come from Korea and China, so it's like, what can you do? KBD Fans is pretty good. They're pretty good with their support and everything, but getting things through customs might be a little bit of trouble. The US doesn't really have too much trouble, but if you're in like parts of Europe or New Zealand or stuff like that, you're gonna most likely have trouble right now. Geez, those Zap cables are expensive. A buddy showed me that. They're so cool. I know. They're really neat. These, I don't know why this is $80. I think it's for the detachable item here. But these are all relatively cheap, starting around $6. When you price everything out, it's like $15. But if you got these pre-made, they would probably be around $40 to $50 each. So, I mean, it's a trade-off, you know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Everyone have a good night, and I will hopefully catch you guys in the next live stream. And I'll let you guys know when that is, alright? So stick around. Thanks for coming back, and stay safe. Bye, guys.